Hey guys, welcome to freeballydance.classes.com. My name is Tiaza. I'm your instructor of all the freeballydance.classes.com classes that you get to see and practice with on the website. And we do coffee talks once in a while. So today we're going to be doing a coffee talk. And today's topic is very interesting because somebody brought it up to me. And then it reminded me, let's talk about that. But at the same time, I feel like I have had enough experience with it to be able to talk about it. And I'm not going to talk about it too long because every experience is going to be different. Every person is different, so let's not judge, okay? But let me tell you just a little bit about it in general and tell me if I'm wrong and tell me what your experience been if you have been in the same experience. I'm Arab, so I moved to the United States right after 9/11, which is a very interesting time to move into the United States. It was kind of tricky. You know, so when I started being in the belly dance scene and I started teaching, there was a little bit of attention still from a lot of Americans when it comes to, you know, Arabs in general. So for a belly dancer to come in and say she's Arab, you know, it was kind of tricky. But it was also a very good time in the United States because a lot of Americans, for the first time maybe in their lives, start to be interested in the Arab culture, you know, in the Arab countries and getting to know Arabs. You know, there was this curiosity that was fascinating to me about Arabs in general in America. So it was a time where I was new to the United States. I was a belly dancer, teaching belly dancing, meeting all kinds of Americans in actually a small town in Oregon. So it was like, I'm going to meet so many people, so many different personalities, so many different backgrounds and beliefs, and got all those crazy questions, you know, those crazy questions that every Arab got after 9/11. So what do you think about 9/11? You know, it was just like one of those questions, they were so generic to me, and I was just like, what do you mean by that? Like, what kind of question even is that? So, you know, I gotten those questions, and I gotten so many of them after 9/11 in the United States, and in my classes, and people always wanted to get to know things about me, and you know, when I grew up as an Arab, oh my God, I'm an Arab woman. I moved to the United States. Oh my God, what's, you know, like, how do my parents think about it? All this stuff. So there was all this built-up curiosity that left me kind of confused about a lot of the things that I heard, a lot of the things that I was told, and questions that I gotten, and so on. But being a belly dancer and observing certain trends was quite interesting. And there are things, by the way, that I observed, you know, kind of like staying in the back without really talking about it too much. And one of them, which brings me really to this coffee talk, sorry for a long introduction, was the idea of this kind of like opposites to me that I never understood, which is, on one hand, I have these people, which a lot of them were my students, that were very racist, actually, like really, really racist towards Arabs in general. I mean, to them, Arabs were basically dirt. They were truly dirt. Like, the Muslims and Arabs, both alike, were not worthy of anything to them. You know, I mean, if you know what I mean when I say someone is a racist or xenophobe, I mean, it's bad, usually. Like, these are people that I personally honestly believe you cannot change their mind. It's very strong beliefs, okay? And they're usually fed by so many different things, whether it's personal or, you know, influenced by other people, but it's very strong what they believe, and it's very hard to change their mind. But so, to me, I met some of those students, like in my belly dance classes, these were people that came to take my classes and were very xenophobe towards Arabs. I mean, hated Arabs, could not tolerate them. They didn't want to hear anything about it, right? But then the moment you say that you are an Arab, they don't seem to have a problem with you as an instructor. And it was kind of fascinating to me. It was like, I am one of those people you don't like. Hello, you know? But they don't get it. They never put the two together. Because to those people, Arabs were those people in other countries. You know, those people they don't get to meet. Those strange, you know, long-bearded girls, what am I talking about? Those long-bearded people that look angry when they look at you. Those are Arabs. And I don't like those people. But you, oh no, you're fine. Oh no, you're totally fine. There's nothing wrong with you. I mean, come on, look at you. I mean, you're nothing that I don't like. I mean, you might be Arab, but, you know, I mean, You're wearing a little top. I can see your belly dancing. You're fun. You're having a great time. You're positive. You don't hate me. No, you're different. And I was just like, what? That's weird to me. So, but anyways, it was just like, so there's this big group of belly dancers who are very hardcore racists against Arabs. But at the same time, they love belly dancing. They love the art of belly dancing. They love Arabic music. They love anything that's like Arabic and belly dance. But they hate Arabs. And it makes me stop and think, and I'm like, how could that even be possible? I mean, is that even possible? I don't know. I think for me, I can't be. I mean, I'm not racist, and I've never been racist to any culture or groups of people in the world, ever. I mean, I can have criticism about certain countries and what they do, but not the people as people. You know what I mean? But it's very interesting to me. How could you be both? How could you be a belly dancer who's very passionate about Arab culture, Arab music, Arab everything, and eat Arabic food, but then hate Arabs? Or say, I don't like Arabs. It's such a generalization, first of all, because there's like millions and millions of Arabs around the world. And so you can't possibly judge all Arabs by one sentence coming out of your mouth. It's so not fair. But at the same time, it's like, how could you? It's like being an American and saying, I hate Mexicans, and I love Mexican food, and I love the salsa, bachata, merengue, all that stuff. I love the Mexicans, I just hate. I mean, am I not getting something here? Because it makes no sense to me, you guys. Absolutely, it doesn't make any sense to me. But anyways, I run into it a lot as an Arab in the United States, and I'm sure a lot of other belly dancers, you know, in France, in England, in a lot of European countries where there's a big population of the Arab countries, and there's a lot of talk about xenophobia in Europe towards the Arabs and Muslims. I'm sure there's a lot of that as well. I mean, how do you approach that as a belly dancer? How do you approach that as an instructor? How do you approach that as an Arab instructor and belly dancer in Europe or in the United States? How do you approach that? How do you deal with it? I'm very curious. And I've never had a very good way to deal with it, except honesty. Like, I've always confronted people. Like, when someone says, I hate Arabs, I'll be like, why? But I am Arab. If you hate Arabs, you hate me. You know, you're generalizing. So I always really confronted people nicely, but with lots of curiosity at the same time, because for me it's mind-boggling the idea of being both at the same time, racist and loving belly dancing. It's like, how, why? I mean, okay, I'm so confused, you know, so enlighten me. So I would love to hear from your experience and what you guys think and what you have like encountered in this, you know, this world of confusion, you know, racism and then loving all this stuff about the same culture that you're racist against. It's crazy, isn't it? So yeah, I would love to hear about your experience and what your intake on it is, and maybe we can start a conversation about that. So hopefully I can hear from you. In the meantime, freeballydanceclasses.com is the website where we share everything belly dance, from classes, technique, combos, choreography, workouts, and then talks like this about politics and religion and racism. I'll see you guys next time on freeballydanceclasses.com. Thank you for watching the website, and keep on checking it. Take care. Bye-bye.